welcome to this Molson Canadian Classic game in an hour here on Leafs TV. April 23rd, 1964, it's the Stanley Cup Finals in Game 6 from the Detroit Olympia. The Red Wings having taken a 3-2 series lead against the Maple Leafs with a big win, 2-1 it was back in Maple Leaf Gardens in pivotal Game 5. The Maple Leafs were facing elimination in a championship series for the first time in 3 consecutive years. The Red Wings, on the other hand, were vying for their first championship in 9 seasons. The Maple Leafs hoping to seize momentum on this night and send this series back to a 7th and deciding game at Maple Leaf Gardens. Check out the roster of Hall of Famers on this one. In nets, Terry Sawchuk and Johnny Bower. Up front, as far as the blue line was concerned, Gadsby, Pronovo, Stanley, and Horton. As far as the Red Wing forwards, there was Delvecchio and Howe, and the Maple Leafs would feature the likes of Frank Mahovlich and Dave Keon. Providing us with the play-by-play, Bill Hewitt. Keith Dancy has the color commentary. Let's go to the Detroit Olympia for Game 6 1964 Stanley Cup Finals here on Leafs TV.
It looks to me, anyway, by looking around the Olympia tonight, this may be an all-time record because they're all jammed in the aisles now on this first balcony, and of course we can't see above us. And from the face-off, Eddie Joyelle knocked the puck into the Leaf zone, and Alan Stanley picks it off. Off the boards for Stewart by Pulford to center. Then it's Stanley moving up over with Eman. They're closing in. There's a shot. Stanley took a whack at it. It's cleared right in front. Goes to the corner. And it's cleared down the ice by Joyelle. It's going over the red line. Horton back for it to touch it. Icing will be called against Detroit.
Well, Terry Sawchuk's at it again. He did that to Dave Keon early in the last game, and the Leafs had another great chance there, and somehow he got in front of them. What a series he's had.
Detroit to the right, to the left, and it's back to Stanley. There's a shot knocked down by Barkley. It goes out over the line. Eddie Joyelle stopped by Horton. Ran into the Detroit player, knocking him down, Andre Pronovo, and it's Ron Stewart. Long pass for Jerry Eman, and shot it into the Detroit zone. Bruce McGregor fell. Marcel Pronovo off the boards for Andre Pronovo. Here's a chance for Eman. There's a shot. Sawchuk. Pulford trying to get the rebound. Marcel Pronovo checks. It's against the board, and there's no further play. All set to go. Elman facing off against Keon. Back to Brewer. Brewer shot it in. Knocked down by Gadsby into the corner. Gadsby after it behind the net. Cleared it off the board. Gadsby with it, a pass to Ullman. Over on the right wing, intercepted by Brewer. Brewer shoots it back in, a long shot. Sawchuk carrying it off to Langlois. Langlois brings it out to the blue line. A long pass over here to Jeffrey. Over the blue line, going right in on goal. Shot wide. Here's another shot. Right to Jeffrey, and he hit the side of the net. Larry Jeffrey cleared it back to the blue line. There was nobody there. Bill Gadsby back to Al Langlois, again number 2, ahead to Jeffrey. Jeffrey number 14 at center. Here they come over the line, a shot. Bauer stopping it, Jeffrey after it again. Right in front of Ullman. He shoots it, and Vaughn fell in front of it. Another shot. And Bauer knocked that off to the side as the Red Wings pour it on. Armstrong can't get out. Keon overskates it. Vaughn shoots it down the ice, and Langlois goes back for it. It's over the red line, but there was a man in position, so its way goes right on. A long pass to center. Kelly stops it, flips it back. Langlois with a number 2. Over here to Jeffrey, over the blue line. And his pass stopped by Vaughn. Kept in by the Red Wings, and Bathgate gets out. A long pass to Kelly to Mahovlich. Over the line, there's Sawchuk holds out.
The Red Wings are pretty well spread across about 6 of the provinces in Canada.
Face off outside the blue line. Pitt Martin with Johnny McMillan and Paul Henderson. Pitt Martin checked by Pulford. It's over the line for Henderson. Tried to center it. Goes to the board. Stewart cleared it behind the net to the far wing. Vaughn cleared it. Eamon knocked it out to Pulford at center. Down the ice he goes. Over the line. Closing in with Stewart. Takes his shot, and that was hit Langlois. McMillan was bumped. And Eman ran into the Detroit player. The first penalty of the game going to Jerry Eman, number 8. And that'll give Detroit the odd man, playing 6 men to 5.
Penalties haven't had that much bearing, that is, as far as the team with the manpower advantage scoring is concerned. It seems work in reverse.
Martin seemed to hurt his wrist when he went into the boards, and they're over patching him up. It goes back to Gordie Howe. Over here to Del Vecchio, number 10. Back to Howe, who fell, gets up again, shoots it, and hits Vaughn. And it's shot down the ice by the Leafs player. Dachuk. Behind the net to Gordie Howe. Howe coming out with a pass to Ullman. Bounced too far for him. Ron Stewart lifts the backhand right to Howe. Howe back to Jeffries. Over the line. Pulford gets it out to Stewart, and Stewart shot it down on a backhand down the ice. Alex Del Vecchio. A pass ahead to Smith. At center, a long shot into the Leaf zone. Bauer got the rebound off the board. Bond to Pulford. And it went by and down the ice. Gordie Howe back for it. Shot by Pulford. And Del Vecchio's there to cover up. Alex Del Vecchio, a pass to Floyd Smith. Ahead to Howe. With Jeffrey over the blue line into Leaf territory. Jeffrey shoots it. Hit Bauer on the pad and went bouncing up into the crowd.
This portion of Leafs TV is brought to you by Chino's Pizza.
Off for Earl, left side to Newbury. Front scores! Ben Andres going to the net, gets his stick down and deflects it by Anderson as he was being knocked down to the ice. A power play goal, and it's 2-0 Toronto.
Now on Blu-ray High Def. Own the film Roger Ebert calls the best in the Mummy series.
You guys are like Mummy Magnets!
With perfect picture and perfect sound.
I really hate mummies!
The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Now on Blu-ray High Def.
6.9 liters per 100 highway kilometers. 10.1 liters per 100 city kilometers. 41 highway miles per gallon. 28 city miles per gallon. There are a lot of complicated ways to say fuel economy, but there's one easy way to experience it. The 2009 Ford Fusion.
Flip back for Alex Del Vecchio, number 10. He's out there with Howe and Packer McDonald. Packer McDonald just flicks it out to center ice. Carl Brewer shoots it back. A long shot. Harry Sawchuk kicked it out. Now it's Gordie Howe's turn. Brewer stopped him. To Kelly. Kelly flicked it, and it's stopped by Gadsby. Ahead to Howe, over here to Del Vecchio. And he's checked. Bathgate goes over the line. Langwall gets a piece of him, gets it out over the blue line. Red Kelly for Mahamlich. Gadsby got Mahamlich. Play is called, and there's going to be a penalty there. Gadsby. .848. Charging penalty to Gadsby.
Might explain to the folks across the country, Bill, that periscope arrangement used to see the clock is really something. It's like a thing we used to use to watch the King and Queen from the back row.
That's right. Okay, from the face-off, it's Horton with it at center. Over for Billy Harris. Knocked by Barkley out to center. Keon went for a fall. Stanley moves up. He flips it in. Johnny McMillan races in to cover up for the Red Wings, number 12. Harris steps into him. Keon gets it back to Stanley. Stanley passes it to Keon. Keon right in front to Harris. Oh, Terry Sawchuk stopped that hot fly. And it goes down the ice. Terry Sawchuk stopped that one from point-blank range off Billy Harris. George Armstrong. And Horton overskated his back pass. Horton starts out again. Coming up the center. Here's his long shot. Sawchuk caught it. To McMillan. Cleared it around on the board. Stanley back at the blue line. Shot it back for Harris. Barkley took him out. Armstrong centered it right in front. McMillan checked by Horton. His shot right in front. It knocked off to the side. Armstrong clears it around to Stanley. Stanley over to Horton. Here goes the shot. That was wide. Stanley lets it go, and that's wide. Billy Harris races after it. Puts it loose to Keon. Keon to Harris. And his shot hit Barkley, and it knocked down the ice. Back goes Horton for it. He's changing on the go. No score in the game as Horton gets up with a long shot. Sawchuk steered it to the side. Bruce McGregor along the board. He's checked. Eamon gives it to Stanley. There's his shot. That's wide. Horton comes and lets one go, and that was deflected wide. Stanley lets one go to Pulford. It's wide. To Armstrong in the corner. Back to Horton. There's his shot, and Eamon deflected it way wide. Hellman clears it down the ice. Howard stops it as Gadsby gets back on the ice. Teams are at full strength. No score. Pulford to center. A long shot. Sawchuk caught it. Clearing into the corner. Back up to the blue line of Joyelle. Over to Bruce McGregor and Gadsby. Gadsby for McGregor. Brewer steps in. Takes the puck to safety behind the net. Brewer to Vaughn. Vaughn with Stewart and Eamon and Pulford. A long shot. Sawchuk stopped it. Bruce McGregor got back. Handed it right to Stewart. Stewart's shot came right in front of the net. Eamon missed it. Brewer pokes at it. Knocked down by Gadsby. Clearing pass to Joyelle up at center. Over the line with Andre Pronovo. Shot out to center. Eamon over to Pulford. Pulford checked by Lal Langlois, number 2. His pass hit Paul Henderson, and Pulford took it away from him and shot it back into the Detroit zone. Hamlich is on the ice. Henderson let it roll to center ice. And Brewer shoots it back. Right to Sawchuk. Langlois carrying it up to Joyelle at center. Up with Henderson over the line. They're closing in together, and Henderson just failed to break through. Mahavlich at his own blue line, now to center. Coming up to the Detroit line, and he failed to go through. Stanley moves up. Pass for Mahavlich again. He couldn't control it. Neither could Langlois, but Andre Pronovo does. He takes a long shot. Bauer stops it. Shoots it off to the wing to Kelly. Kelly being watched by Paul Henderson. Kelly a long pass for Bathgate. Over for Mahavlich. Gadsby covered him. Delvecchio is now on the ice, and Kelly comes back for the Leafs with a long shot right to Sawchuk. Al Langlois to Gordie Howe. Mahavlich stopped it and shot it to the far wing. There was nobody there. Bathgate after Packer McDonald. He lost it to Mahavlich. And Gordie Howe gets in quickly to Gadsby behind the net. Bill Gadsby shoots it off the boards for Delvecchio. A little too far for him. It goes over the red line. Stanley will touch it, and we have played 13 minutes and 20 seconds of this first period. From the face-off, it's loose, and Armstrong cleared it down between Barkley and Marcel Pronovo. Barkley gets a hold of it, though. Horton then flicked it loose as it was a bad pass. Keon knocked out of the play. Armstrong gets over the line. Larry Jeffrey stepped in to take it away from the Leaf captain, and it's Jeffrey a pass ahead to Smith, back to Marcel Pronovo, and he couldn't reach it. Over to Smith again. Back to Doug Barkley. Up here to Larry Jeffrey. Jeffrey's pass to Doug Barkley. Back to Larry Jeffrey. Over the line, and Keon shoots it down the ice. Marcel Pronovo goes back, number 3. come out. Marcel Pronovo, a pass on the right wing to Normie Elman. Over the line, he's stopped by Stanley. Stanley and Fulford going down together. Over the line, a pass to Fulford. He scores! Fulford from Stanley. With Vaughn in the penalty box. One to nothing for the Maple Leafs. 17:01, I believe, is the time. Here it is. .17:01 is the time. Vaughn in the penalty box. Back to Gadsby. Now then, Vaughn back on the ice. The teams are at full strength, and now turns in his own zone. A long backhand up to Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio turns. A pass to Parker McDonald. Coming up to center. Over the line. Fulford gets in and flips it down the ice.
Cliff Berkeley has played a regular shift out there.
And it's Barkley with it right from the face-off. He flips it to Smith. Smith's backhand goes into the lead zone. Bauer snapping it off the side. A backhand to Armstrong. Armstrong for Keon. It was behind him. It's cleared right to Armstrong again, and Floyd Smith breaks it up to Jeffrey. Jeffrey's pass for Smith, and Jim Paplin flicks it down the ice. That's going right on the net. Sawchuk to Marcel Pronovo. Marcel Pronovo. Watched by Keon. Goes out over the blue line, and Horton has it. Horton, a pass to Armstrong. Got it over the line. Stopped by Doug Barkley. His pass went all the way to Stanley. Stanley off the board. Smith breaks it up. 18 seconds remaining and offside. And we now have 16 seconds remaining in the first period.
Absolutely no hesitation on the part of those linesmen tonight. It's a pleasure to watch them because they're letting the whistle go.
And from the face-off, it's cleared down the ice. It was cleared down by Paplin. He's going after it. Marcel Pronovo beat him to it. From the face-off, Fulford. Bringing it out over the blue line. A long pass for Stewart was stopped by Howe at center. Over to Larry Jeffrey. 1 second. There's a long shot. Bauer's got it. The horn goes. Score at the end of the first period. Maple Leafs 1. Detroit Red Wings, nothing.
310-4466. Real Italian pizza. 310-4466. Gino's is the place. 310-4466. Pure Italian passion. 310-4466. You're gonna love the taste.
Hey Canada, I'm Kelly Mermet. We want to hear your story about how getting more active has made a difference in your life.
What's your participation?
It could be simple things like walking to work or going hiking with your family.
Tell us your story, and it could end up on a TV spot, and you could inspire other Canadians to get more active in their lives.
For more information, visit participaction.com.
Something smells good.
Yeah, it's mushroom soup from Tim Hortons.
I'll have to get some. Why eating your soup like that?
Proper etiquette?
For eating soup.
Well, when it's made with 3 kinds of mushrooms and it's this good, then yes, it's a little thing called being refined.
Yeah, and that's a little thing called an oil rag.
Made with shiitake, porcini, and button mushrooms, it's Tim Hortons Creamy Field Mushroom Soup.
Always fresh, always Tim Hortons.
Here's a Maple Leafs fan who is also a BMO customer. BMO is moving their customers to the start of the line and rolling out the blue carpet. Show your BMO debit card along with your Leafs ticket and walk the blue carpet into the game. Visit the BMO Power of Blue website and receive coupons to merchandise at Center Sports. Discount on food and beverage and other fantastic Leafs perks. Log on to mapleleafs.com to get in on BMO Power of Blue Leafs perks. Get in first and don't wait in line for your next Leafs game.
That lady's got a thing for the bling.
What do you want for Christmas?
A shiny thing to end all shiny things.
From the 100 and Sun City.
Shut up and bleed.
The Spirit. Now playing.
Well, the fans not getting too much to jump up and down about in this second period. Since that goal by Fulford, the Leafs have been able to control the Red Wings pretty well.
We have a face-off in the Detroit zone to the left of Terry Sawchuk. Fulford with Stewart and Eamon, Vaughn and Brewer. And for Detroit, Paul Henderson with Johnny McMillan and Pitt Martin, number 8. Up they come with Pitt Martin coming to center. A pass for Henderson. He's in the clear. He shoots. Score!
I guess the Leafs heard me talking and got a little overconfident. Somehow Henderson got a mile in behind the Leaf defense.
Paul Henderson getting in behind that Leaf defense was put in the clear by Pitt Martin. And it's all tied up 1-1. Now then Fulford, a long shot. Sawchuk stopping it. Johnny McMillan after it. Henderson is checked. Gadsby with it. Here's Martin again. Up the center. Offside. 4:20. Henderson from Martin. Eddie Litzenberger coming out number 25 for the first time in the series. Eddie Litzenberger, number 25. Cleared up the center. Alman takes a long shot. It bounced right at Bauer's pads. Brewer to Armstrong. Up for Keon. Stopped by Barkley and hit Armstrong. Armstrong for Litzenberger. Litzenberger took a long shot. Marcel Pronovo watched by Keon. Lead around into the corner on this side. Floyd Smith watched by Litzenberger. Smith gets it again. A pass for Jeffrey. Jeffrey down the ice. He's hit by Vaughn. Going to be a penalty to Vaughn. Vaughn of the Leafs is trying to get a penalty. A slashing penalty at 9:59 to Bob Vaughn. Al Vecchio takes his shot. That's wide. Paul Henderson trying to center it. Martin goes after it. It's all around the Leafs goal. Stanley cleared it. Here's Gordie Howe getting set the shot. Stanley intercepts and shoots it down the ice. Al Vecchio, number 10, back. 1-1 tie. They call it charging. There's a shot in front. Howe's got it back at the line. Here's his shot, and it goes wide. Fulford goes to the boards, lost it. Horton cleared the line, but not out. Del Vecchio to Martin to Howe. Here's the shot. Bauer stopped out, and Henderson missed the rebound. Horton is checked by Johnny McMillan. McMillan trying to center it. Still has it. Pass it right to score. Detroit takes the lead for the first time in the game, 2-1. Pitt Martin, Johnny McMillan. I'm from the... Bauer straight out to the wing, the Havlicek back. Now it's Havlicek down the left wing to center. Flicks it over the line, goes after it. Cleared it, knocked down. Packer McDonald along the board. trying to center it. Langlois gets a hold of it. Here's Howe down the right wing. Center. Over the blue line. Pass to Langlois. He shoots. Powers. Not that. Back for Kelly and Brewer. Straight down the ice for Brewer. Brewer takes his shot. Sasek stops it. Gordie Howe the rebound. To Del Vecchio. Up to Howe. At center. Over in the wing to Packer McDonald. Back to Howe. Howe shoots it. That's high into the crowd. It's right two. Toronto Maple Leafs won. And from the face-off, Pulford cleared right onto Stewart's skate. Up he comes to center. Over the blue line with Pulford. There's his shot. Sasek stopping it. Eman moves up. Flip pass to Ron Stewart. Right in front. Pulford missed the shot. Andre Pronovo covering him. Cleared out over the blue line. Pulford broke his stick. Brewer to Stewart. Is after it. Took his shot and they score! Pulford knocked it in the net. Pulford tied it up from Stewart.
That's number 5 for Bobby Pulford in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And he is one of those steady performers. You give him much of an opening and he'll score. On that one, Stewart did a tremendous amount of work, but somebody had to dump it in there.
That ties it up 2-0. Here it is. .1436, Pulford from Stewart. Cleared out over the blue line. Now then Gordie Howe with a score tie 2-0. Gate. Brewer also got an assist on the play. And Mahavlich is knocked down by Gordie Howe. Stanley to Kelly. It's offside at the blue line.
New Neocitran Extra Strength Daytime Total Powder effectively relieves your cold and flu symptoms so you can feel better and get back to your day. Neocitran, good to be back.
Dave is sure about Buckley's. He knows the taste is worth it because he knows Buckley's will relieve his cough. Buckley's. It tastes awful, and it works.
Here's a Maple Leafs fan who is also a BMO customer. BMO is moving their customers to the start of the line and rolling out the blue carpet. Show your BMO debit card along with your Leafs ticket and walk the blue carpet into the game. Visit the BMO Power of Blue website. Coupons to merchandise at Center Sports. Discount on food and beverage and other fantastic Leafs perks. Log on to MapleLeafs.com to get in on BMO Power of Blue Leafs perks. Get in first and don't wait in line for your next Leafs game.
There's an unwritten code in Canada. If you live by it, chances are you have a hockey scar somewhere. You've gone on a road trip with a car that had no business going on a road trip. You're proud to know a girl who got jiggy with a pro hockey player. You feel kind of bad reclining your seat in an airplane. You've used a cheesy pickup line only because your buddy dared you. You fill your friend's pint before your own. You think hockey tape can fix anything. You've gotten kicked out of somewhere, and you've turned down a booty call in the postseason. This is our beer, Molson Canadian.
Actually, it was our neighbors who turned us on to Rogers HD.
Yeah, so much variety.
Ooh, TMN HD. Sportsnet HD? Oh, HBO Canada HD.
Just a lot of variety.
You really have to see it.
Rogers has more HD variety than anywhere else. It's time to live life in HD.
Del Vecchio, Packer McDonald, Gordie Howe, Mahavlich, Kelly, and Bathgate. Cleared over on the wing. Bathgate took his shot. Sawchuk scooped it off to the side. Bill Gadsby with it. A long pass at center. Went down the ice off Stanley. Horton back. Del Vecchio after him. Tim Horton. A pass to Kelly at center. Over the line. Langlois had him well covered. And Packer McDonald feeds Gordie Howe. His pass off by Horton. Mahavlich gives it back to Howe and Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio over the line. And Mahavlich clears it to the blue line, but not out. Then Stanley gets a hold of it. Pass to Mahavlich, up the basket, going in. There's the shot. Sarchuk didn't see it on the rebound, and it went off to the side. Del Vecchio over here to Gadsby. Gadsby, a pass for Howe. Then Horton off try. Here's Gordie Howe going in to shoot. And that makes it 3-2. Gordie Howe on a perfect backhand drive makes it 3-2 Detroit.
I don't think Tim Horton fall loses balance like that in 4 or 5 years.
Howe from Del Vecchio and Gadsby. Now there's going to be a misconduct penalty here. Litzenberger. A 10-minute misconduct at 15:56. Armstrong for Harris. He fell over the blue line, and Barkley brings it outside and holds it there. Keep a lot of players tonight without seemingly any obstruction. He comes back for Barkley again. Harris trying to tap it. Ullman clears it out to Jeffrey. Jeffrey backhands it back into the lead zone. Bob Bond is there for it, number 21. A pass to Armstrong to Bond. Bond at center. Over the line with Keon. Keon closing in. He shot it right in front. Armstrong tries to move up. Ullman cleared it behind the net. Doug Barkley, watched by Keon, holds it there, and there's no further play. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this second period. Keon facing off with Gadsby. It rolls to Sarchuk to Ullman. Laid around on the boards for Larry Jeffrey. Jeffrey clears it out, and Keon is there to Bond. To Armstrong. For Keon. Gadsby broke it up. Over to Armstrong. Armstrong shot it. Sarchuk stopped that. Larry Jeffrey. Bringing it out. Ran into Bond. Pass to Bruce McGregor. He shot it wide. Harris failed to get out. Larry Jeffrey. Check. Armstrong to Billy Harris. Going down the ice over the blue line. Harris trying to cut in. Ullman covers up. Bond moves up, takes his shot. Oh, hit the side of the net. Very right in front. Bruce McGregor gets it out to center. Brewer got it in. Gadsby clears it around on the board. Stewart kicks it in front to Keon. Scores! Harris ties it up. Harris tipped that right between Terry Sarchuk's legs from right at the edge of the goal crease. He had no chance whatsoever.
Well, the goalies started off as if they were going to play shutout hockey, but in the second period here, both clubs finding the scoring range.
.17:48. Armstrong and Bond the assist. Now it's a shot into the lead zone. Henderson after it. Stewart trying to get it out. Horton moves up now. Up with Pulford. Takes the pass over the line. Pulford took his shot wide. Stanley from the was checked by Henderson, and it was cleared down the ice. Martin going back for it. Icing is the call. From the face-off, goes to Del Vecchio. Gadsby and Fulford were fencing, and now comes out to Howe, to Parker McDonald, to Gordie Howe. Stewart wrapped it out again. Del Vecchio, number 10. Knocked down by Stanley on a high pass. Stanley for Fulford. Gadsby stopped it. He gets it again. Bill Gadsby to Gordie Howe. Over the line. Horton covers him. Stanley. Left pass for Fulford. Langlois shot it to Gordie Howe. Howe over the line. He's bumped. Gets it again. Gordie Howe trying to get his shot away. Stanley. That's left pass on the right wing to Stewart. Less than a minute to go in the period. Ron Stewart ridden off by Langlois. Ice the front. Fulford covers the Detroit player. Howe kicks it. Play is called, and there's going to be a penalty here to Detroit. Al Langlois gets the gate. High sticking. $19:15 is the time. Langlois for high sticking. Score is tied 3-3. Goes back to Ullman in the corner. He lifts it, and it's knocked down the ice as Kelly goes back for it. Number 4. 32 seconds remaining in the period. Kelly shoots it into the Detroit zone, into the corner, slides behind the goal. Howe clears it to the blue line. Bathgate stops it. His pass goes into the corner. Mahavlich after it. Gadsby lifts it down the ice. Goes to Bauer. Bathgate with 10 seconds remaining in the period. Pass to Keon. Keon over the line. A pass for Armstrong. Armstrong hit Gadsby. Gadsby goes to the boards, and there's a fraction of a second remaining. Ready to go. Puck is dropped. There goes. And the second period ends. And the score at the end of the second period is the Detroit Red Wings 3, Toronto Maple Leafs 3.
Something's going down. Could be big.
Catch the Christmas spirit.
I'm on my way.
It's heart-pounding, mind-blowing, wild fun from the creator of 300 and Sin City. The Spirit.
Now playing.
Hey, Buckley's guy. Think Buckley's cold and sinus liquid gels will relieve my aches, fever, and sinus congestion?
Yeah.
You more sure of Buckley's or your own existence?
Buckley's.
New Buckley's Cold and Sinus Liquid Gels.
Who will you be without that cigarette? You'll never know until you quit. Lose the smoke. Keep the fire. With Thrive Gum and Lozenge, the satisfying way to double your chances of becoming smoke-free. Thrive Gum and Lozenge.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hey. Actually, we're thinking about getting a beer after work. You wanna come?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Awesome. I can't tonight. I have to drive Deb to book club. It's book club.
Stanfield's underwear for men.
Justin Pogge, great job. It all comes down to one shooter right here. Stop by Pogge. He got a glove on it for the first time in his pro career at home. Justin Pogge gets the W. The Marlies win in a shootout.
So the Leafs and Red Wings are tied at 3 through 2 periods of play. And feel the tension in the building as delivered by play-by-play man Bill Hewitt. No one on the Maple Leafs wanting to make that fateful mistake that might see the Red Wings finally hoist the cup above their heads at the Olympia. One of the most underrated aspects of the Toronto attack, their prototypical third-line center in Bob Pulford. He was brilliant in this game, having already scored 2 goals. Let's go to the third period and perhaps more once again with the play-by-play on April 23rd of 1964 is Bill Hewitt.
It's a 3-3 tie. Anybody's hockey game as it's played down the center ice. Andy Bathgate back at his own blue line. Over to Kelly. Kelly turns. Coming back up to the blue line again. The center. Over the blue line, into the corner. Tried to center it in front. Army Elman picks it off. Cleared it, but not out. Bathgate is shot. Not to stop that. Billy Harris picks it up. Corner, back for Kelly. Al Langlois on the ice. Gadsby ran into Harris. It's cleared around on the board. Langlois tips it down, and Bathgate after it. To Armstrong. George Armstrong, a pass for Harris. Closing in with Keon, and he lost it to Normie Ullman. Ullman down the ice. At center. Over the blue line. Cutting in. Goes to the corner. Gated off by Horton, number 7. A pass deflects out to Billy Harris at center. He overskates it, and Marcel Pronovo turns for Detroit. Over the blue line with Howe. Marcel Pronovo shot. Howe deflected, and Donnie Bauer just got his pad on that drive. That deflected off the stick of Gordie Howe. Larry Jeffrey. Bumped by Bond. Stewart took a slap at it. Marcel Pronovo cleared it, but not out. There's Eamon's shot. And Terry Sawchuk got in the way of it. Stewart trying to center it. And Normie Ullman comes up with it. Number 7. Down the ice he comes for Detroit. To center. Turns around for Doug Barkley. Over the line. Doug Barkley shoots it. Bauer deflected it with his glove. Carl Brewer. Now coming up the ice to center. Flips it into the corner. Smith after it. Chopped it behind the net. Marcel Pronovo off the boards. To Larry Jeffrey. Jeffrey hit Eamon. It goes to Smith. Over the line. Smith breaking it on the goal. He it went right by the open corner. Going to be a penalty here. 6:04 is the time of the hooking penalty to Carl Brewer.
One Jim Lag has pulled Bobby Pulford off after having him on. He's the high-flying Leaf tonight. He'll be on before this penalty's over, trying to kill it out.
With Bruce McGregor, Andre Pronovo, Alex Del Vecchio, and Gordie Howe. Back to Del Vecchio, the shot, right in front. Oh, hit the goal post. That shot by Bruce McGregor hit the goal post and came right out again. Gordie Howe, over the line, the shot, wide. Red Wings failed to keep it in. Andre Pronovo going back to center to Bruce McGregor. Shot it over the blue line, into the corner, behind the net. Horton slapped it around on the board. Del Vecchio keeps it in. Joyelle fanned on his shot. And Dave Keon gets it over the blue line. Gordie Howe to Bruce McGregor. With Joyelle. Joyelle cutting in. He shoots. Bauer stops it. And Joyelle just missed poking it in. Del Vecchio coming from the side. He shoots. Bauer stopped that. Del Vecchio after it again. Armstrong breaks it up. And it's cleared up the center ice. Gordie has Keon fell. Now over the blue line. Trying to go around Armstrong. Does. Joyelle is in the net. Oh, they shot it right across the goal mouth. It's all around the Leaf goal. Horton clears it desperately down the ice. And the Detroit Red Wings have done everything but take the lead. Del Vecchio. For Howe. Howe up the center. To Del Vecchio. He shoots. Bauer stops it. It's right in front. Ullman. Back to Howe. Here's the shot right in front of Jeffrey. And Bond dropped in front of it. Coming up to the 8-minute mark. In 18 seconds of this third period, a 3-3 tie. The Leafs are still short-handed. Normie Ullman back for Gadsby. He flicked it through. Harry Hillman breaks it up. Takes a long shot. That bounces wide of Sawchuk. Bill Gadsby, number 4. To Langlois. Up here to Larry Jeffrey. Jeffrey to Smith. Over the line. He stops. He still got it. Over to Bill Gadsby. Closing right in on goal. He shoots. Oh, another try. And Stewart checked him before he could get that rebound drive. Brewer at the pulpit. And it's offside as the Leafs return to full strength.
The perfectly mixed pomegranate martini comes home. New Smirnoff cocktails.
In a blind tasting of the world's finest vodkas, which one did the New York Times declare their hands-down favorite? Clearly, Smirnoff.
310-4466. Real Italian pizza. 310-4466. Gino's is the place. 310-4466. Pure Italian passion. 310-4466. You're gonna love the taste.
New Citron Extra Strength Daytime Total Powder effectively relieves your cold and flu symptoms so you can feel better and get back to your day. Neo Citron, good to be back.
Dave is sure about Buckley's. He knows the taste is worth it because he knows Buckley's will relieve his cough. Buckley's, it tastes awful and it works.
So let's head over to Cleveland where they're getting ready for kickoff. What do you got for us, Eddie?
Guys, we all know the importance of home field, but what about home field consistency? This is grass taken from the 40-yard line, and this from the 42 where the stems are longer. Now, this could be the result of a dull lawnmower blade or maybe just uneven fertilizer distribution. Let's see how this will affect the game. Back to you.
Fertilizer?
Well, it is a game of inches, right? Soft land verdict.
Videos, insider access, live streaming, breaking news, and lots more. What you need to know, what you want to see. It's Maple Leafs on the dot. MapleLeafs.com, the official site of Leafs Nation.
Kelly's going to stay out. Face off in the Leaf zone to the right. The Red Wings get the draw. Del Vecchio shot, hit Brewer. Here's Doug Barkley's drive, and that goes into the crowd, over the glass. Bob Bond.
Go ahead, Bill.
Lying down.
Well, he certainly is receiving a lot of attention from his teammates, and the way he fell so heavily seemed to indicate a collision. And, of course, Belding Bobby is one of the very big bulwarks on that Toronto blue line. He's one of the reasons the Leafs are this far. He hands out the finest, stiffest body checks in the National League, in my opinion. And when he's hitting, he keeps the forwards honest.
They're lifting Bond up there on that stretcher. Hard to say which leg it is, or whether it's his shoulder. Take him off the ice. 4 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. There's a shot. Had to stop it right from the faceoff. Cleared around on the wing here. Parker McDonald couldn't get it out. Al Langlois does. Del Vecchio at center. Trying to go through. Carl Brewer flicks it to Kelly for Eddie Shack. Over the line, and Gadsby makes sure of it to Packer McDonald. To Del Vecchio. Howe's loose on the right wing, but it's too far for him. Brewer shot it out. Del Vecchio at center. Pass to Packer McDonald. To Gordie Howe, to Packer McDonald. He shot it into the Leaf zone. Bauer to Carl Brewer. Brewer, a pass for Mahavlich. It's stopped by Gadsby. Kelly to Mahavlich. Shot it to an open wing, and he's Shack. Hit by Langlois. Langlois went down. It goes into the corner. Mahavlich flicks it to Brewer. Brewer getting set. There's his shot. Hit Gordie Howe and deflects into the crowd. Off his skate. 3 minutes and 21 seconds. Remaining in this third period. Stanley is shot. Knocked down by Barkley, who shot it down the ice. Tim Horton goes back for it. Horton carrying it out to Keon. Keon a pass for Billy Harris, and Jeffrey was there. Larry Jeffrey. Stopped by Keon. Now then, Doug Barkley moves up. Over the line. Stanley bumps into him. Two of them go down. Dave Keon gets away from Ullman. Coming up the center, a pass for Harris. It goes into the corner. Billy Harris is hit hard. Armstrong back to Stanley to Horton. His shot is wide. Floyd Smith clearing pass, and Jeffrey up. Horton sticks, so it goes down the length of the ice, and it's icing called against the Red Wings.
Well, they're trying as hard as they can with what they've got left. But as this game goes on, they gave so much in that second period, 5 goals. And the one Toronto goal came early in the Bobby Bond back. He recovered fast. Came late in the first period. You know what a rugged performer that Bond is. My goodness, they carry him off on a stretcher. 5 minutes later, there he is at the blue line.
Bob Bond is back. And it goes back to Brewer. Brewer to Eamon. Eamon's shot was stopped. Bruce McGregor gets it out. Carl Brewer to Bob Pulford. Ron Stewart. Checked by Al Langlois. Langlois to Jeffrey. Over the blue line. Here's the shot. It goes to the corner. He's trying to center it. Ullman fights for it with Jeffrey and Brewer, and they all hold it there against the board. Now Del Vecchio, Ullman, Gadsby, and Marcel Carnival. Dave Keon. To Armstrong. It's kept in. Ullman took his shot. Bauer knocked it off to the wing. Keon was checked by Howe. Centered it. Kelly clears it down the ice. And Ullman's going back for it. 35 seconds remaining in regulation time. Gadsby's pass for Del Vecchio. Broken up. Then Ullman gets a try. He's checked. A pass over the leaf line. And Brewer clears it out to Kelly. Kelly was knocked flat by Gadsby, and he's hurt. Kelly's hurt. Gets up on his feet.
Well, the old redhead was really caught in the sandwich there and did a complete flip before coming down all 195 pounds smack on the frozen surface of the Olympia. As soon as he regained his senses and didn't hear the whistle, he started to scramble to get. By that time, Buffy had blown the whistle because the play was coming back that way, and he saw Kelly lying there. Kelly skating around, trying to skate the numbness. He may have banged that left knee.
Face-off will be at the Detroit blue line. 16 seconds remaining. Regulation time. Ullman facing off with Keon. Kelly is still nursing that knee. Goes back to Stanley, shot it into the Detroit zone, and goes into the corner. 8 seconds as Ullman gets set. Goes over the line. Horton took it away from him. Has it off the boards out to center ice. 1 second, there goes the horn, and here we go in overtime.
This portion of Leafs TV is brought to you by Meritus University. Education for life.
Something smells good.
Yeah, it's mushroom soup from Tim Hortons.
I'll have to get some. Why eating your soup like that?
Proper etiquette?
For eating soup.
Well, when it's made with 3 kinds of mushrooms and it's this good, then yes, it's a little thing called being refined.
Yeah, and that's a little thing called an oil rag.
Made with shiitake, porcini, and button mushrooms, it's Tim Hortons Creamy Field Mushroom Soup.
Always fresh, always Tim Hortons.
This year, we're launching the Coors Light Cold Certified Bottle. When the mountains change color, your beer is certified cold.
I don't see any mountains. So when's the bottle change color?
No, the label changes color.
My beer has not changed color. When does the label turn into beer? I still don't see a mountain. I like it.
No, the label changes color. There you go.
It's the new Coors Light Gold Certified Bottle. When the mountain changes
beer is certified cold.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Shh. Mountains are gonna change color. Coors Light. Who wants a cold one?
We thought that installing HD would be complicated, but with Rogers it was easy.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, you just plug it in. Yeah, good job, honey. He's so handy.
Get a Rogers HD box and get HD in minutes. It's the easiest way to live life in HD.
Koivunen at the point to pass it. Oh, what a save by Toskala! That's the save of the game. Toskala comes up huge.
And Jason Arnott can't believe it. And he'll get up and he'll look at Toskala. How'd you stop that one?
All right, here we go. Eddie Joyelle starting for Detroit, number 21. Bruce McGregor is 16. Andre Pronovo, 15. Fulford with Eamon and Stewart. It's shot back into the lead zone right from the faceoff. The Red Wings race in after it. Horton lost it. Stanley carried it around to Eamon. Eamon flicked it out at center, intercepted by Marcel Pronovo. He clears it over the line. Eddie Joyelle takes a shot. Bauer snapped it. Here's Doug Barkley, a shot, and it's intercepted by Eamon to Fulford. And Stewart, one man back, over the line. Fulford is checked. Eamon couldn't get a shot. Back for Detroit, stopped by Stanley. Eamon to Stewart. Stopped by Doug Barkley. Bruce McGregor's checked. Fulford for Eamon. Doug Barkley shoots it out. Alan Stanley. Checked by Joyelle. Two men going in, one man back. Here's Joyelle. A pass for Andre Pronovo, and Horton broke it up. And it's cleared out to center ice. Doug Barkley with it. A long shot. Fulford back. Cleared off the board. Floyd Smith kept it in. Eddie Joyelle. Joyelle takes his backhand. Bauer knocked it into the corner. Bob Fulford. Off the boards, Floyd Smith takes his shot wide. Al Stanley to Eamon. Up for Fulford, stopped by Marcel Pronovo. He's checked by Eamon. Now then Stewart and Eamon over the blue line, and it's shot out again to center ice. And the tension is terrific here in the Olympia. Doug Barkley a pass, Eddie Joyelle, and that is offside. Inside the blue line and over that red line. We've 1 minute and 33 seconds of the first overtime.
And as the night wears on, Bill, you're going to earn your paycheck tonight.
And we're on the face-off. Out to Carl Brewer. A long backhand is wide. Langlois shoots it off the boards. Bob Bond lets it drive. It goes, score! Bob Bond let it go. It bounced in front and went into the net. And it's all over. And the series is tied. And they'll play the 7th game Saturday night in Toronto. Bob Bond shot from inside the blue line, popped into the top corner, and it's all over. We'll get the official scoring play. Bob Bond, who was hurt at the 13-15 mark of the third period when he hurt his right ankle, came back, played in the latter stages of the period, and then got into the time and fired for the winning goal.